Hi guys, it's Crystal. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to do an unpackaging, not unboxing, unpackaging and review of the new We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press Advanced. So I actually have the We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press, which is no longer available. So I will be doing like a comparison between the two based on size and all that kind of stuff, and see how both of them had stamped. And I'm not too sure why they discontinued this. I don't know if there was an issue with the way that the hinge was the same. I really don't know. But because I know a lot of people complained from the beginning about, you know, needing foam and stuff like that, which you could just put down a piece of foam. So I'm not too sure. And then it wasn't magnetic and now it's magnetic. So I'm not too sure what's going on. Maybe they just listened to their people, I guess. Okay, so I went down, me and my husband took a little mini vacation. We went down to the Gulf Port of Mississippi and Biloxi. So we were between the two, and we had an amazing time there. So it was our anniversary on 4th of July, so we did the whole show here like we usually do every year. Everybody comes. And then we went down to Gulfport, Mississippi. It was an 8-hour drive from here, and it was amazing. And if you guys ever go there, or if you live there, you have to check out Captain Al's, because the food there was amazing. It was to die for. I mean, we still are talking about the food there. Such great food. So if you guys are going on vacation there, or like I said, if you live close or anything, definitely check out Captain Al's. Look it up. It was just so good. But I want to go ahead. Whenever we were there, we went to Michael's and I found this right here. And it was recently released. So I thought, well, I would go ahead and get this because now it completes my set, because I have the first one, like I said. I have the mini Misty, and then I have the big Tim Holtz one. So now we can do a comparison, but I'll do another video to compare every single one of them together and see which one's better. But I wanted to go ahead and pick it up, so I did. So I got this, and then I got some paper. They had the paper 5 for 10. So I'm going to be making these big paper flowers for my room, and I like this color right here. And it comes with all these colors right here, so hopefully you guys can pick that up. But that's the colors right there. So I got 2 packages so I could have enough. And then I got 2 packages of these ones right here, which is this purple. But I'm going to be using this pink. So I'm going to be doing the pink and the teal together. So there's the colors right there. Super cute. So I got 2 of those. And then I got the cream color cardstock because I was out of that. And I really love their cream cardstock. So I went ahead and did that. So like I said, 5 for 10. You couldn't beat it. And I had gotten my email, which was from my local area. And they didn't have the sign there. So I took them up front. And the girl's like, I don't think so. But she scanned them. And luckily they were. So that's all that I purchased while I was down there. I'm kind of thinking about picking up the Brother Scan and Cut 2, because I've had some questions on that and wanting me to do some, you know, demos and stuff of that. So, and I really want it for fussy cutting. I know I can fussy cut with my Silhouette Cameo 3, but then you have to get on the internet and all that kind of stuff, whereas the Scan and Cut 2, you could literally scan it in, and I really want it for fussy cutting. So let me know in the comments down below if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, if any of you guys have one. So that may be something that I may be investing in really soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and unpackage this. It's a long video, but I wanted to update you guys on what was going on, where I've been. We were supposed to go down to New Mexico because my mom's moving here. We're supposed to go help her bring back her car, but that got canceled. Her closing date got moved. So I'm going to fly down this Wednesday and pick her car up and come back. So I'm hoping I can pre-record some videos. Go ahead and open this. All right, so you get your paper on the back here kind of showing you some details of what you need to do. Some more instructions. I'm going to go ahead and hold that there so you guys can pause that. All right, so let's go ahead and pull it out. So let's see here. It's weird because it looks like, I bet that maybe that's just where they put the magnet, because it almost seems like it pops off. So this is what it looks like. It's got these pegs. Now I did see, they didn't have them in the store, but I did look online last night. And they do carry these separate, so you can buy more, so that way you can just have your stamp on one, especially if you're doing duplicate cards, a bunch of them. You could have several of these, like I probably would invest in at least 4, so that way I can have one with layering stamps as well as the, like say the thanks or the, you know, my sentiments and stuff. And they were, I think, 9 something a piece, but when they have their sale, like right now, it's 30% off your regular total. They're like 6 something a piece. So eventually I think I'm going to go ahead and try to purchase at least 3 more, so I have 4 in total, so that way I'm ready to go. So it comes with this, and it's got like these little pushy feet here that's going to help push down on that. And then it does come with this rubber mat, and this rubber mat does come off, so I imagine you can replace this later or clean it or whatever, or if you just want to take it off depending on the type of stamp. Maybe more of a rubber stamp, you'd take it off, not too sure. But it does have a grid on it, and it's just like a little thin piece of foam. And let's see, I don't think it says on here, so it's 6 by 6 is what it's showing. But I think this will be a perfect size because I really like my mini. And it does seem, let me show you guys really quick. It does seem like it's pretty much the same, which is 7. So I guess this would be 7 total. It's the same size as the last one that they made. And so far I'm noticing the bottom part of it right here is made exactly like this one pretty much. I mean, I know these are more, this one's got some more fine lines for stamping, so you can see more of like the centimeters and stuff like that, and compared to this one. So this one's got some more fine little dots like these right here. Okay, so, and then on this one, this is the old one that had like the dots like this. This one's more solid. And then it does come with 2 magnets, which this just picked up. They were right there. So it does come with 2 magnets. So I'm going to go ahead and move this out of the way. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pop these down here. They seem like pretty good magnets. I kind of think, and you want to be careful so they don't break. I've already been there, done that with the Misty. Let's see. The Tim Holtz seem a little bit stronger, but I think the Misty is the stronger. Let me see. I'm testing over here on the side here. No, I guess it'd be the same. So, but the Misty, let me see. The magnet for the Misty is definitely, no, I think they're like identical to the Misty. Yeah, the size of this magnet is exactly the same as the Misty. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do, like I said, I know this video is going to be super long. My voice sounds awful because as soon as we got back, yes, the night before, from the whole beach thing, we went out kayaking yesterday. I didn't put on sunblock, and we were out there from like 11 o'clock till 5 o'clock, and I am burnt. So I sound awful. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try out some clear and as well as some big old rubber stamps. I'm going to try out some different ink pads too. That way you can see, in case it doesn't give a good impression, maybe it's the ink pad. We're going to test it out. So first, let's start with the Mama Elephant. I'm just going to try these little pieces here. And I want to try sentiments as well. So that's what I'm going to do. That way we can make sure everything works out good. All right, so I've got my little scrap piece of paper here. I'm going to go ahead and get it down over here in the corner. Just like that. All right, so let's go ahead and get our pieces out here. All right, so let's go ahead and do this cute little guy here. So we're just going to try one at first, just like that. All right, so let's pop this down so we can pick that up. All right, so I picked it up pretty good. So now, let me zoom you guys in so you guys can see a little bit better. Let's go ahead and ink this up. All right, so that ink seems inked up pretty good. Take my little wipe there. Okay, so let's go ahead and test this guy out. Just like that, push down. All right, on the first one, looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and go over it a second time. All right, pop that down again, push it down. And there we go. Looks good. Okay, so far working out good. So let's go ahead and try a sentiment. Let's see. I do kind of like that this top is removable, which so is the Tim Holtz, you know. So you can kind of move it around and mess with it too. Let's see here. Let's try this little jingle all the way. Just like that. And this time I'm going to try out a different ink pad. All right. So let's try out the Ranger Archival Ink this time. All right, just like that. And I'm noticing with this, you're really not having to push down very hard. I mean, that foam's working out really good. So I think I pushed down a little bit too hard on that guy. So one stamp, I mean, that looks really, really good. Okay, so let me go ahead and wipe this up. But yeah, so far this is working out really good. I'm pretty happy with it. And I can't remember what the price tag they had on it. I don't remember if it was like $30 or what it was. But I used a 40% off coupon, and then the next morning they had a 50% off coupon. I was like, that's my life. But it was okay. So I did utilize a 40% off coupon, like I said. All right, so let's scoot that out of the way. I want to do one that's a little bit more detailed. All right, so let me go ahead and get that going. And one of my plans too is if I don't purchase any more of these, like say if I was working with some smaller stuff and I needed to layer 4 pieces. So I'll show you that here in just a minute whenever I get to my layering stamp, because I did want to show you guys a layering. All right, let me go ahead and I'm going to show you what my plan is here in just a minute for that. We'll go ahead and come down here like so. Let me go ahead and move that guy up there. All right, so here we go. So we're going to pop this down, pick that up. All right. Scoot this over. I'm going to try this Stampin' Up! This green one right here for it. All right. Go ahead and get this inked up. And of course, I'm going to make a mess. All right. Go ahead and get this wiped up. And hopefully this ink pad, if it don't work out, I'll do another one, because sometimes the Stampin' Ups kind of have a little bit of bubbles to them, so. All right. So let's go ahead. I think I have it like this. So this one's more detailed. And that came out really good. So just like that. Super cute. So one stamp that came out really good. So I'm pretty impressed. Okay, so let me go ahead and clean this one up really quick. This one out because this one's a red rubber. Let me see. This one may be a little bit thicker though. We may still try this one because it may be. I'll look in just a second to see if it's going to be a little bit thicker. All right, we'll do these two right here together. Okay. So let's go ahead, and like I said, I don't know if you need to take the foam out. I'm kind of thinking you need to take the foam out for the red rubber. Let me look at the instructions really quick. It doesn't say, so it's okay. Okay, so we're going to try out these two red rubber stamps together. So let me go ahead and pick those up. Just like that. Move this out of the way so I can ink this up really good. All right, so once again, I'm going to use the same old olive to kind of get this inked up really good. All right, just like that. And then I'm going to come back with this chocolate chip on this leaf over here. All right. Whoop, and I got some down here on my Stampin' platform. Okay, so let me move this back in frame, wipe off this extra. All right, so let's go ahead and test this out. Scoot this back in here, get my magnets back. All right, so here we go. So let's test it out. really good. Just one stamp. I think that looks really good with just one. And that was that Stampin' Up! Ink. That worked out really good. So I'm pretty impressed. Yeah, it's definitely nice. I think it's really easy to use. And, but let's go ahead and let me show you layering really quick. And let me show you what my idea is for using one of these instead of purchasing extra. But definitely I do want to purchase extra, that way if I have like bigger stamps where this is not going to work out. Okay, so this is my plan here. So let's see here. Let me move this stuff out of my way. Let me find a new piece of paper. All right, so I have my new piece of paper here. Okay, so this is my plan. So let's see here. So when you're working with a layered stamp here, so you obviously this one would go first, second, third, you want to do your lightest to darkest, because if you do darkest to lightest, it's going to be hard to get the darker color. You know what I mean? The colors just show up, the lighter colors. So you definitely want to start lightest to darkest. So let's go ahead and do that now. So let's go ahead and take, let's do the pineapple. Well, no, let's do this little guy here. Okay. So let's see, let's say that we have this piece and this piece here. Just gonna kind of stick it like that. All right, and like I said, you want to work from lightest to darkest. So let me figure out what colors I want to do here. All right, so for our first one here, we're going to start with, let me go ahead and, I'll just put it back on here like this. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip it upside down on there. All right, so for our first one here, I'm gonna do Blushing Bride. So this is gonna be my lightest. So let me go ahead and get that inked up here. All right, wipe off the extra. I got some on my knobs here. All right, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is, now this is gonna be, so say if I was working on a card where I needed to do multiple of these, and I don't think I got the very top of them there, but that's okay. Just like that. I'm gonna go ahead and do it one more time, because like I said, see how Stampin' Up! Has kind of blotchy sometimes? So let me go ahead and do that one more time. And it's probably because I got a little too close for him up there at the top. Let me see if I can kind of get that. All right. So once again, you're gonna pop that down. Okay, so just like that. Now, I'm gonna leave this one here. So this is gonna be if I was gonna be doing multiple stamps, and I should have had his leg closer, but okay, so this is if I'm doing multiple stamps. So my next one that I'm gonna do is the next piece. I'm gonna go ahead and get it down. So that's what I do like about this one with the lid coming off and that you can rotate it, okay? So I think that's pretty much where that needs to go. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to rotate. So you can see this, guys, here. I'm going to make sure it's clean, really good and clean before I do this. I'm going to scoot it, rotate it here, so I can keep that piece there. All right, and then I'm going to pick up my second lightest color here, which is going to be the Flirty Flamingo. All right, so I would definitely be careful about sticking them too close up here to the top, because it is hard because of these, which obviously I should have thought about this a while ago. Don't judge me. I should have picked it up. Then I wouldn't have had to worry about all that. Okay, let me go ahead and clean this up really quick. When you do this, you definitely want to make sure that that stamp you're not using is clean, so it don't mess up your paper. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and push this down right here. Just like that. So you can lightly see, oop, hopefully, I almost broke those. Y'all seen that? All right, so you can lightly see that show up there, because that other pink was kind of too dark. So be careful for that. You can see exactly that's what will happen, but luckily that did not break. All right, so our last one is going to be the sugar plum. All right, so let me get this cleaned up. So once again, I'm going to leave this stamp here in this corner. All right, make sure that's super clean. So then, and I'm going to leave those there because I'm going to lift this up again. All right, so for our last piece, I'm going to pop it down on top here. So hopefully, I think it's somewhere right about there. So now you see I've got the first one, second one. My third one, I'm going to rotate it again and I'm going to pick it up here. All right, take my last ink pad. And I'm going to get this inked up. Like I said, just try to avoid, but if you get some on the other one, just go ahead and wipe it off. So I'm going to stamp that one up really good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wipe the rest of this stuff up. Make sure there's nothing on my other stamps. All right, so just like that. Then I'm going to take this and get it down on top of that. All right, let me move these out of my way. So hopefully you guys can see all that detail. You may not be able to pick it up because it's too light. Let's go ahead. Let me go over it one more time with that pink on top. I mean that purple Ranger here, so y'all can see. Or actually, I have this eggplant. No, I'll use the Ranger. All right. So let me go ahead and go on top of it with this one, just so y'all can see the difference. So let me pop that on top. There we go. So now you guys can see a little bit more of that detail like that. Okay, so now you can see that I've got all four corners here. So if you need to do your legs separate, you could always, and you want to do it afterwards, you could always have your legs separate over here in this corner, or you can have your sentiment over here in this corner. You can even, so say I'm needing my sentiment to be a little more down here, right here. I just wouldn't ink this up, but I would go ahead and get my sentiment here, and that way I can just keep rotating this. So far, I mean, with these size stamps, the one platform's good. Also, you can flip it, well, no, I was going to say you can flip it over, but the little feet, you can't. I was thinking about that last night, and I keep having to remind myself. So you still have another corner here, so if you had one more layering, or if you wanted to, you're wanting to add some little stars that kind of go around him, or like I said, that sentiment. But like this one's too, you could add the sentiment here if you wanted to. Like I said, just don't get ink on those and just keep rotating it. So that way, when I come in to do my next card, I'll be ready to go. I can ink this one up, drop it down, ink this one up, ink this one up, and then drop it down. So that way I can just keep making card after card after card. So I recommend that for layering, but like I said, because you can't do that with these, you know, like the hinged ones where they stay on. It's like that one, the Misty. Now, like I said, the Tim Holtz does come off and move, but it does not turn sideways and stuff. So I definitely think this is a game changer for your layering stamps and stuff like that. But you can purchase the extras, and I do like that. That way, so say I was wanting to do a background with a big piece that had like my background for the whole card, I can go ahead and have another one to get that down and then have this to do all my layering, if that makes sense. So I am really liking it. I will do another video to do a comparison between them all. I know this video is super duper long, but I wanted to update you guys with what was going on. Also, I did invest in the little Twexy. This is like a nail polish holder I've seen people using to do to hold the vinyl. And it does work amazing. So I'm going to be talking about this. I'm going to go ahead and mention it now because I will be talking about it really soon. I will have a link down to these below on Amazon. And so when you're reading your vinyl, you just shove it down in here and you can bring it up one of these sides and it'll pull that vinyl off. So that way you don't have to keep trying to find a place to stick those. So this is working out really good. And I found the 2-pack for $14, or you can get them individually for $10. But I bought the 2-pack. That way if I lost one, or when my girls are helping, so they made their own t-shirts for 4th of July. And that way, you know, you had 2 people use them, and they all used them, and we really loved them. So I will have this link down below as well. But I wanted to go ahead and go over this because you guys know I have all the stamp platforms. I really like them. But so far, I definitely recommend this. And like I said, I got mine at Michael's. I will have it linked down to Amazon below. But if you're going to Michael's or something like that, you can use, your 40, 50, 60% off that they always have. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please hit the like button down below and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.